Well, hello and welcome to Clarity TV. My name's Barbara Gray, and this is our dear friend Paul Church.
Good afternoon, everybody.
And we're back to launch something very special today.
We are indeed, yes.
So, it just arrived in the country on Friday. We had been waiting for quite a while, so we decided to take the bull by the horns. These haven't gone out to the design team, so we've just got a pile of tricks and tips.
We've been having a play this morning, haven't we? Looking at different applications with them on parchment, on card, so many different, and I've just been blown away by them.
And what are they that we are talking about?
Okay, so what we're talking about, we're talking about our brand new rub-on transfers. We've got 5 different options in relation to it. They're all sentiments.
Yeah, now the reason that they're all sentiments, I've got to say, even since we started Parchment and Groovy 10 years ago, it's 10 years this year, you know.
I know, that's mad, isn't it?
That when it must be our birthday, imminent.
Yes, I think they were launched, if I remember right, they were launched in May, June time.
May, June, wasn't it?
It was.
10 years. 10 years, yeah. But I've always felt that even in Groovy, writing and script writing, it's really quite hard. I mean, before Groovy, I don't know how Parchers did it freehand, right? But I've always felt that the script and the writing never does the parchment art justice.
No, and the sentiment can be the main part of the artwork, isn't it? It's that finishing touch.
Yeah, and so rub-ons have always been, you know, Letraset. I'm a girl from the 70s, so Letraset was always a thing. And then we started experimenting and looking at how it looked on parchment. It's absolutely superb. So I reached out to our partners abroad in China, and they're really good people, and they have been working with us on this collection.
They have.
They just finally got back to us last week.
They really did, and we've been playing with them because they were literally hot off the press. Playing with them this morning, and I'm just absolutely blown away. I remember Letraset back in the day, or any rub-on transfer.
That's right.
And you would rub on, and you would always see that outline.
Yes.
It was like a sort of
like a halo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
this is minimal, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is minimal.
And when you, I mean, I literally got the magnifying glass up when I was doing this, and some of the letters have been done individually as well on a word. And I mean, when we look at the artwork, you'll see that you couldn't really tell whether it was a rub-on or not.
So why don't we have a look at the different images?
Yeah.
Let's look at the different packs. So we went just with sentiments because, to my mind, you know, we're a stamp company and we've got stamp images. We don't really need designs in rub-on transfers.
Really, no.
Not yet.
But we'll sell these ones first.
Let's look at these because
let's bring some details really up on the screen.
We've got 5 different sets, haven't we?
We have. So this is the complete collection, which has been the most popular since you launched them yesterday in the blog.
That's it.
So the item number for this is 70485. It's the Rub-On Transfers Sentiments Collection, and you've got 5 different packs here. The RRP should be $37.95. You've got an £8 saving, which is it's better than
5
one set. For the price of 4. Yeah.
It's great. Am I right in saying that Grace is in the room?
She is indeed. Yes, Grace is there. So if you've got any questions, she's there to help.
That's it. She will then filter the questions through to Paul and myself.
That's right. I've got the phone on the go. So
So if you do have questions about the product or any other, because the thing about rub-ons is, of course, you know, they perk my interest because they work on so many other surfaces as well. Having said that, we brought them in under the Pergamano brand because a lot of us know that they work on card, they work on glass, they work on wood, they work on leather, they work on fabric, we know that.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people don't know is that they work on parchment absolutely exquisitely.
And because of the translucency of the parchment, you think, oh, it's really not going to work.
It works amazingly.
But the quality of these.
And it's that next level art, isn't it?
I think it is.
It looks so lovely.
Definitely.
So should we have a look?
Yeah, so if we go to the overhead, we'll have a look at the, there we go. We'll have a look at the 5 different options.
There we go.
So these are the packs, and they're beautiful. Each pack has got a sheet of black writing, a sheet of gold, and a sheet of white writing. And this is the all occasion sentiments. And what
really
we've done,
gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, you can see all these lovely sentiments you've got just in that one set ×3.
So when we designed these, we did this with Jazz.
Yeah.
And the idea was to pack as many different beautiful sentiments as you'd like to see on your artwork.
Yes.
And we also, what you'll see is at the bottom, we've put boxes, because this is really nice. They look so deluxe, don't they?
There really
so some
is.
of them have got boxes on and some of them are loose.
Yes. I mean, if I just show you that one sample, because I know when I showed it to you this morning.
Yeah.
There we go. If
I know.
Give you that, look at that.
So that is a peace and love one. Check this out.
So that's from the Christmas collection.
I think, can I come in a bit closer?
Yeah, you can indeed.
Right.
It's very warm in here, but you can come close.
Yeah, but you can see here, that's just on a bit of, you just put that
That's just on
companion paper. But the white line around the edge is part of the rub-on.
It is indeed.
Isn't it?
But look at that. I mean, if I just hold it up to the camera, look, you can't even see.
Coming right onto 3.
I'm going to go into 3.
I challenge you.
Yeah. Look
there.
At that. You
it's
can't
so
see.
Beautiful.
That looks as if it's been beautifully stamped in a white ink. Which
you couldn't get that
struggle.
Detail. No. And white ink is always the challenge, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how pretty is that?
That's really nice.
And you could have gone straight onto the poppet.
Onto the poppet
topper with
topper.
black.
Yes.
Or gold.
Or gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the gold is the key as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But how nice does that look on white? Yeah.
Really beautiful.
Really nice. So just so you know, as you're looking through the set, some of them have got boxes and some of them haven't.
Yeah. So that's your all occasions. Everything is available individually. The item number for this is 70484. And they're £7.49 a pack, which when you work it out, it's like £2.50 a sheet, which is really good value for money for what you're getting.
It is, compared with other
rub-ons that are out there.
And I don't know any rub-ons that are just purely words.
No,
not
absolutely not.
No.
So that's your all occasions. Then we move on to our anniversary and wedding sentiments.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, you've got them in black, gold and white.
Yes.
And the white one is the parchment trigger, isn't it? Really?
It really, really is. I mean, I don't know if you want to show that piece of artwork just in front of you there, Barb.
This one here.
Yeah, look at that. I'm going to come out.
So this is on parchment.
That's on parchment.
Yeah,
so,
look at that.
Look.
And that's just rubbed on. When you see how easy this is, you won't believe it.
But you can't see any outline. That's the crazy thing.
It's so beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And can I show that one?
Yeah.
Look, sending you love and hugs on your anniversary.
Isn't it blows me away. You really can't see.
So lovely.
Any outline
so lovely,
on that at
isn't
all.
it?
Yeah.
So normally at this point you'd be writing backwards on the back.
On the back, or on a predefined design. Yeah.
No. So this is a really like next level elegance, and certainly if you make cards to sell as well, then and I will repeat myself now, we've geared them, or we're targeting them at the Pergamano parchment crown, but believe you me, inky stampers, parchers are, they are not the only ones that are going to enjoy and make the most out of this, So that's the first one.
That's just a couple,
just a couple of examples.
Yeah, so there we go. So we zoom out on that.
So you can see here, anniversary, you're my soulmate, it's our day, wedding anniversary, to the happy couple, to my husband, to my wife, 2 years of happiness, you're my one and only favorite couple, wedding bells, I love you so much, Mr. and Mrs. And then down here, it's a bit of mix and matchability down here. It's your silver, ruby, gold, diamond, anniversary. And on the birthday ones, of course, we've got all the numerals as well.
Have indeed,
so you could have, it's your second, it's your first, it's your third, it's your 40th,
absolutely. So that's your anniversary and wedding collection.
And you've got anniversary twice there.
Yes, you have,
just for you.
And it's in black, white and gold as well.
So you've got it 6 times in fact.
There we go.
Yeah,
so now
everything you see here, you may only see it once, but actually you've got it 3 times because you've got it in 3 different colours.
Yes. So this is your birthday collection. This is the numbers that Barb was just talking about.
Yeah, I had to play with this because I wanted to know how this worked. And so I did. Shall I show?
Yeah.
Because this was one of those. Have we got a bit of white? What shall I put it on? A bit of black. There. That's probably the best way to show you.
Let's zoom that
there.
in. There we go.
So you can see here. You can see how I've gone. I wonder, white probably wouldn't work so well.
What about cream?
How about white? Oh no, white's pretty good, Paul. Look. Yeah, white's lovely. So you can see how I've positioned it just in that area there.
And that was just taking the happy, which is a separate word, birthday, which is another one, and then you've added in the numbers.
So so just to show you how you can personalize and real customize that now. And if you look at you see what you're going to get here. You get 2 lots, so 6 lots of happy, 6 lots of birthday, and then you've got your ordinals and your numbers there too.
And I love that it's in the different fonts as well, so you've got that mixability.
And like I did on this, you can see I mixed it up a bit. So I took the birthday and the happy and then moved around in the fonts. But it's just so nice. And of course, the ordinals and that, they work beautifully with the anniversary, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, or you could have like first Christmas. For a baby and stuff like that, couldn't you?
So I just wanted to see, because it's one thing seeing it here, it's another thing actually putting it through its paces. So I worked out how, and I'll show you if I get a chance, I'll show you how to use it.
So then we move on to our Christmas collection.
Nice.
Really, really nice. So again, goes back to these lovely boxes. That's that peace and love. We looked on that poppet.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is there. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Yeah. I mean, these are beautiful. Look, Merry and Bright. Can I bring this one in? So where is that? That must be on
Merry
here.
And Bright.
So here, look, you're seeing it now in gold.
Let's zoom in on that one.
Zoom in on that one, because you can see just how beautiful that looks. Doesn't that look sharp? And the gold, right, I'm going to see if I can come in there and show you the gold. See?
Look at that.
It really is a beautiful luster, isn't it? And it's a very beautiful finish. While I'm here, can I just, I'll show you that one. Hang on, let me put it there like that. That looks really nice. Let me show you, for example, this one, which is a special friendship. Oh, hello, wrong way. So you can see when I bring it in there like that. Doesn't that look gorgeous?
Yeah, and these are just using pocket poppets. So these are straight onto card.
Look at that. Hope you have a great day. It just looks so gorgeous.
It really, and it looks as if it's already been pre-printed on there, doesn't it? That's the quality of the rub-ons.
And that's really, and you can put it where you like, and you can say what you like.
Yes, absolutely.
So there we go. We'll show those later again.
So this is the Christmas collection.
Nice.
Item number 70481.
I think these are going to be very popular, Paul.
I think so. Well, I've seen from the orders, many people are going for the complete collection, and then they're topping up on some of the other
birthdays
ones.
And
and the Christmas ones. And then this was a nice collection. Friendship.
Lovely.
Really nice.
What would I do without you? Special friendship here for you. I think you're brilliant. Friends forever. Best friend. You're a true friend. You're amazing. I treasure our friendship. They're very nice, aren't they? Let's put the world to rights.
That's nice. Forever in my heart. I did those little stamp board pieces that are hiding underneath that poppet right in the middle.
There?
Yes.
Yeah, doesn't that look gorgeous? So you did one in gold on a heart.
Yeah.
That looks lovely.
On that one.
Yeah.
So that's on our stamp board shapes.
And then in black. Don't they look nice?
Yeah.
You know, as like at a wedding or at a celebration on the table.
Yeah.
Well, really, these are pretty cool as well. I've got to put these in. I know,
look at that. Well. That's just on craft card.
Look, don't they look lovely? In white.
White on craft card always looks lovely, doesn't it?
And how classy is that gold?
Yeah.
You can't see it. It's so classy. Look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice indeed.
So all your little scraps of card and paper, they're perfect for all these little bits and pieces.
I think why I like them is, I mean, yes, of course, you can put them on any scrap or piece of paper, but they work beautifully and they're transparent. So in other words, you can see the background.
Yes.
And you don't lose, like it isn't a sticker. You haven't lost the background.
No, it isn't creating a solid panel.
Or this one, like you haven't, it's just in the background. It's on top, isn't it? It looks like you've written it.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
So that's the 5 different options available. But let's say we're bringing you the 70485. That's that complete collection with that £8 saving.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a Diamond Club member, if you belong to any of our clubs and you're a Diamond Club member, that brings it down to £25.46 for all of
five?
that. For all 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's just over £5 a pack, isn't it?
That's
5,
very
10,
good.
15, 20, yeah, £25.
Very good. Shall we show how they work?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You going to go first or should I go first?
You go first.
I'll go first. Okie dokie. Right.
I'm so tired today. My arms aren't working anymore.
Right, a couple of top tips. Black matte definitely makes a difference. I tried doing it on a worktop. It worked, but you'll get a nicer finish on a black matte because it's got a little bit of give underneath it. Okay.
Hard side or soft side?
Hard side. Yep, hard side.
Stating the obvious, but it's got to be said.
No, yeah, absolutely. So let me see.
If you were to use the soft side,
yes,
then the parchment would think you're trying to emboss it.
And it would, yes, it would mark your parchment, definitely. So what we're going to go for first, we're going to go for a bit of parchment.
You tell me.
I think we should go for a bit of parchment. What about one of those frames that
do you want
Louise
to do this?
has been using? Yeah, in the 1,
okay,
2, 3
these are the 1, 2, 3 courses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you do it then.
Okay, so we've got one of those right now.
I want to watch.
Sentiments are we going to go for? Ooh.
A nice one. You pick it.
Okay. What about
something squarey? What about fantastic news?
Fantastic news. Okay, so let's have a look on the overhead. So you can see here, look, mine have definitely been well used. Are we going to go, should we go white? I think we need to go white, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
Because it's on parchment.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So they all come with a lollipop stick, which does the job perfectly.
But
okay. But the hockey stick is even better.
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason being, with the hockey stick, you've got that smooth surface across the bottom. So it's a larger sort of area. So what we're going to do, we're going to...
Were you using this last week in a show?
Yes.
Because I saw loads of orders coming through.
Yeah. When we launched the Whitework show.
Oh, is that what it was?
When we launched the Whitework show. So Louise, as part of the Whitework course, is going to show our friends who sign up how to use it. It's not going to be used in the project because it's normally used for larger areas.
Yes.
Like snow and large flowers. And the rub-ons. Yeah. And we also used the wheel tool. Did you see all those?
I saw those orders as well, and I thought.
Remember that trick I found where you put it in the groove?
Yeah. Okie dokie. Well done.
Yeah.
So the hockey stick not only does large scale whitework, but it also is a perfect implement for this job.
The rub-on. Yeah, definitely. And I've tried both, and the lollipop stick that comes included is perfect for it as well. Yeah. But this just makes it so much easier.
And there's another thing I want to say, and a big shout out to our Chinese partner. The quality of the you'll be really blown away.
We were,
right? Because we said we wanted something to protect.
Yes.
And when she took us at our word, if you see how hard this is, it's like real thick card, but it's marvelous for protecting your
the rub-ons.
Your rub-ons.
Yeah.
So when they come, if I can just be a little bit pedantic here.
Do you want one that's not been used, or?
Well, what I mean is, you can show us one that's not been used. Yeah. The thing is, they come with a wax carrier sheet like that, and to avoid rubbing the rest, what we're doing is we're separating them out. It's just easier, and then that way, after a while, of course, you end up with all these bits. See, because your first reaction, if you don't mind my saying so, Paul, it would be to just you take this. This is what you think you should do. Go to the white. Go to on your like Happy New Home.
Yeah.
And then, well, you need one that's the other way around. It's a bit longer, right? So you'd go in there like that, and then you'd rub it.
Yes, but as soon as you lean on it.
As soon as you lean on it, you're going to spoil all this lot.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is isolate that air, just take out the one we want, protects the other ones, leave it on its wax paper, and that's where your heavy duty storage folder is a really good.
Dave said it was about 300, 350 GSM.
I think that's 350 GSM.
Yeah, and it's got a nice coating to it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. And you can see here we said about the hockey stick or a wooden lollipop stick to rub the shiny side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Your go.
Okay, so we said we were going to go with fantastic news. So a nice sharp pair of scissors.
And you're going to cut out the...
I'm cutting out both the design and the carrier sheet at the same time. Okay.
I think it's, you know, it's entirely up to you whether you do that or not. But I personally think that it protects all the other bits.
Definitely.
So you've got your little one there.
I've got my little sentiment there. So
do you want to come in a bit closer, Paul? Because you're miles away. Should I get out of the way? Okay, so there you go. Let me get out of the way, and then you're not perched on the edge of your little
chair.
Come over so you can sit full on.
All I'm going to do now is remove that carrier sheet. So it's got a little bit of static. I can just hold it in place to decide exactly where I want it to be. Okay, so that looks about central, and come over a little bit like so. There we go. What do you reckon about there?
That'll do.
Yeah. Then all I'm going to do now is just take my finger and just gently rub it. So what it does, it's holding it in place now. And then I'm going to keep this finger on here.
You're on the front, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on the front. And then I'm going to take my hockey stick. And we can see here, because it's got that large flat surface there, it just makes it so much more easier. And all I'm doing is I'm just working around in a circular motion, like so. And depending on the material you're rubbing onto, sometimes you'll see this change colour where it's sort of being released from the protective covering. Okay, so I'm going to...
You're not pressing that hard though, are you?
Not really, no. I'm just sort of going down.
Is that Electroset?
Yes, exactly the same. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up from one side.
You're holding it in place on the other side?
Yeah, I'm still holding it over here, because if I have missed a bit, then it hasn't moved. And then I'm looking over this area here.
Yeah, so you can see.
So I can see whether I've left anything on the carrier sheet. Gently peel it away. Job done.
And do you have to set it in any way?
Yeah, no, what I tend to do is just turn it over, just give it a rub on the back.
Rub on, rub off?
Rub on, rub off on the back.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
And that's it.
Look. Let that
Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. How easy is that?
So easy.
I know.
And you can't even see.
And you know, I just had a thought as well. If you could start your work with that. So in other words, you could pop your word down, then put your frame around, and then work your way back out
so that lovely plate that we released recently, which was the All Occasions plate. You can come in now, you're off camera. You know, the ones with the sentiment A4 Groovy Occasions plate, and then there's that panels.
Absolutely.
You could use that. That would work beautifully with that. I just ran out of time this morning to do that.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it? As a border.
As a border in a little frame.
What a nice idea.
Yeah. And that really is how...
That's how easy it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really, really is. And so it doesn't matter what application you're using, whether you're using it. It is so addictive. I couldn't stop this morning.
Okay. I know.
I said, look at this one. Look at this one.
Let me have a go. Let me have a go. Let me have a go. What shall I do? Oh, okay. I want to try. Let me have a look. So we've got lots of different options here.
Yeah.
I'll try one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are cool.
These are really cool.
So let's have a look at these. See if you recognize them.
Okay. Let's come out.
I'll try this. Right. So if we come over here, you can see these postcards. So these are our landscape postcards. And in fact, where Paul found this is these are what we send you when you shop with Clarity.
Yes, it is indeed.
Right? Is that a first-time shopper?
First-time shopper gets one of those because they get a discount on there as well. Yeah, exactly.
Thanks 10.
Thanks 10. But it has to be on the account for it to activate.
Right, so all you've done then is chop that off, and then mounted it on some companion paper, haven't you?
And put a lovely little sentiment in the corner. And so for all of our friends that are taking part in your current 1, 2, 3 course, look at all those ones that they've been creating, those landscapes,
and the ones that come in the printed
in the kits
packs
as well. Yeah, that you can just put your scene on and then finish it off with a little rub on. So
what colour do you want? You went white?
I went white and I went black.
Gold.
Do you want to go gold?
I'll go gold.
Okay.
Should I go gold?
Yeah.
Or black?
We've got 3 different colourways to choose from.
I'm going to go with the friendship one.
Okay.
And I'll go with, I'm going to go with Just For You. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dear, that one, gold. Just for you, gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going there, but I'm going to use just for you gold. I want to see what the gold looks like. We haven't done gold yet, have we?
Not on that set, no.
So let me just take this off here. So this is easy enough, isn't it?
It really is. As long as you just remember just to cut both at the same time, it just makes it easier.
And also not cut through the word.
Yeah, it's easier on the gold than the black. Depends on the angle of the white when you're doing it.
Okay, so I'll put that back in the carrier sheet, and then I've got my gold. Hey, nice. So I'll pop that on there. Right, I just want to try this. Then I'm just going to put this here where I want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that right?
Yeah.
I reckon that looks pretty good. Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And I could come into the moon a little bit. Just because I can.
So you've got that flexibility until you actually just rub it down gently with your finger.
It's moving around, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I can move it over if I want to put it there. See, so I really can, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, Barbara, don't get carried away. Yeah, all right then. So you just move it over, rub it in like so.
Yeah.
Take your doobry.
Yeah, hockey stick.
Hockey stick.
Yeah.
I'm going to just press on there like so. And then the flat of the hockey stick.
Yeah.
And then just easy.
It is just in that circular motion.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
And you don't have to press that hard. It doesn't affect the surface. This is absolutely wonderful to do. And you can see it just gripping. You can see it as you do it.
Yeah.
Can't you? Right. So now I've done that.
Yeah.
I'll take that off there, holding that bit there to make sure that it's still on. And it is.
Look at that.
A winner.
It's coming close on that.
Oh.
Black.
There. Isn't that lovely?
Precision every single time. Look.
So nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really beautiful. I love it. And then, right, while I'm chopping this off, so to speak, I'll chop this bit off.
Okay.
Turn that into a topper.
Right, what should I go for next then? Ooh,
you have a go while I do this.
Okay, so let's have a look at, so let's have a look at this one here. So this is some of our designer parchment, and I've used one of our lovely dies that I recently had on TV. So this is using the floral frames dies. And what I've done is I've got some I prepared earlier, so to speak. And I've got a card blank. I've taken, this is from the Toscana parchment. So you can see you've got that lovely translucency. And then I've taken a different frame and then just cut it down to size. Okay, nice and easy.
So I left a little sliver of white round mine.
Yeah.
So that then I could pop that on there like that.
Look at that.
Doesn't that look lovely?
So easy, isn't it?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Gracie says we're like two kids in a candy shop.
I think you have to be, because, I mean, until you actually get them in your hand and you start playing with them, because yes, we've invested a lot of money in them and we had some prototypes that we tried, but until they physically turn up and you start playing,
the same, because they're not your designs. When you get you can't see what you're doing, can you?
Exactly. And so it's just so easy. And I mean, I literally got carried away this morning doing it.
Yeah.
And it was so quick.
Yes.
It really is so quick.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do,
you carry on.
Yeah, okay. So I've got my card blank.
I'll go and open the window or throw myself out.
Both open.
Are they?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Okay. So I've got some lovely parchment here. You can see the translucency. I've got a die cut. So what we're going to do now is just take my tape runner and I'm just going to go round the frame. Okay. It's nice and easy. I'll just do two sides for speed. Then
take my shoes off.
Why not? I took mine off as soon as I come in here. So that goes on there like so. Then I'm going to put it on the card now. Which way do I want the frame to go? I quite like it like so. And then because I've got the white card, it's going to protect from seeing the tape. And then that's going to go on there like so. And then I'm going to go for white, I think, on this one. So I'm going to go for, let's have a look. Hope you get well soon. Yes, because we're going on parchment for it to tie in.
Oh, that will look gorgeous.
Yep. So we're going to go for hope you get well soon.
Okay.
So you're just going to chop off the sentiment you require.
I tell you what would be good as well.
Yeah.
Just thinking out loud. I've got to check whether these do they fit in a slow down box. Probably not, eh?
I'm not sure. I don't know whether we've got one.
You carry on. You do your thing.
Okay,
and I'm
so I
going to
can
go and
decide
check.
as before. We can look at positioning. I reckon that's going to look rather lovely just there. So I'm going to use my finger now just to apply, and then see what I found was using the lollipop stick. Because it's got a smaller edge to it, I kept catching the end of the plastic carrier sheet. Whereas with this, it doesn't matter if I go over the edge, if that sort of makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, so we're just going to press on there. And you can't over press it, so don't worry thinking, oh, I'm going to wear it away. That won't happen. Then I'm going to lift up my carrier sheet. I'm going to look as I carefully reveal from there. And there we go. Look at that.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It just looks, and then when you compare it to the one, obviously the darker the colour, the more it will stand out. But I think that's quite nice and soft and subtle on that one. Yeah,
right,
go on.
You ready?
Yeah.
And we have liftoff.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, because this is absolute. You know when all the bits, when you get all your bits, you know, yeah, sure, you could put them in an A5 folder.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of this because not because we've got lots of these, because we're running out actually.
I know.
But because this way you got all it just stays in place, Paul.
Yeah.
Right. So if you've got loose ones, like as you start to cut them out like that, then they're in there and you haven't got to worry about them.
Perfect.
I just emptied poor Louise's stuff all over.
That's her white work course, isn't
it? It is. It's all right, Louise, I'll give it back to you. But I just wanted to check that it fits, and it does like a charm.
So if you're getting a couple of the collections or you're getting the add-ons, then that's perfect for your storage. So wow, I know. Right, where we're going to go next?
So before we carry on, Pat Coombs has asked, can you hold it in place with a groovy tab? I don't know if you need to.
You wouldn't need to. I mean, I know it's quite fine in an area. If anything, I would say the low tack tape.
Yeah.
Because with a groovy tab, if it's a fairly new one, it'll be quite sticky.
Yeah.
And especially if you're using it on card, it may lift it off. But I reckon if you wanted to hold something in place, you know that trick you have where you use the low tack tape to lift and position, lift and tuck.
Oh, he's getting worse.
Then I would say the low tack tape would definitely be better than a groovy tab. Definitely.
Was that about nip and tuck?
Lift and tuck. Lift and tuck.
Right, okay, my turn.
Yep, your turn now.
So I wanted to try something a bit grungy.
Yes.
So I was rooting around this morning, and it doesn't get much grungy than this. I just wanted to try it out. You know that what if?
Yes.
Now this might not work, and I haven't tried it yet because I only had 2 goes at it, and I thought if it doesn't work, then if it does work, then I haven't.
Bonus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll show you 2 little pictures, Gracie and her brother when they were tiny. Look, I've got this is a photo transfer. Look. Oh, look. So this is Grace and her brother. There you go. Look, they got that. And this is Grace and me. Do you remember, Grace, when this was in Brooklyn where you had that surgery and you were really poorly?
An ice cream place? Was that on?
This is on the balcony. No, this is on the balcony of our hotel because I stayed there for about a week while Grace was in hospital.
Yeah.
So this is real mixed media. It's got paint all over it.
It's got some
texture. One's got photo transfer, glue and everything.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, well, I've got to give it a go. It may work. It may not work.
Yeah.
I'm going with black.
Okay.
Because I want to be able to see it.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got to try it, haven't I?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's have a look. Anniversaries and weddings. I'm going for I need the
Hugs
friend
and
one.
kisses.
Yeah, I need the friend one. So I'm going for. You've used them all.
That's why you need more than one.
You're amazing. Or
yeah, you're amazing.
I think you're brilliant. I think you're brilliant.
I think you're brilliant. Yeah.
I think you're brilliant. I think you're brilliant, Grace.
She's probably dying of embarrassment with that picture now.
Not at all. I tell you what, Grace has been, I finished listening to the Robin Hood, the book.
Oh, yeah.
It's brilliant.
Is it good?
I tell you what, and what's amazing. Now, what's the name of the book?
Here we go. It's like this morning. What's the name of that film? What's the name of that actress? We know that Grace is the narrator.
Grace is the narrator. Right. So I'm going to try it on this paint. It might work. It might not work. Until you try it, I think it will. Know, can you? I think you're brilliant, Grace. And the way you did that book was quite something else. So I'm just going to make sure it's straight. And then if I don't like where I put it, I can always lift it up so it doesn't leave any. Look.
No.
Okay. I think this is great. Right. Yeah. The book was called, I know, The Traitor of Sherwood Forest, or The Traitor of Sherwood. That's what it was called. It was so good. It was so good. And Grace, she's not, she won't tell me the ending. So I have to predict. Right. So I get to like chapter 28 and then I text her and I go, I know what happens. I think lolly, 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 that. And she doesn't say anything. 20 chapters later, I say, told you. I told you
the
that hemlock was there for a reason. And she goes, you're so good at picking up. I said, well, why would you talk about poison and hemlock if you weren't going to use it somewhere?
Yeah.
Duh. Anyway, Grace, you're brilliant. Let's see how brilliant this is. So I've got my thingy.
Yeah.
This is really grungy. You can see all the paint on it. It may work, it may not work. Either way, it adds to the, yeah?
Yeah.
So where am I holding this?
There. So maybe that's where we could try that trick of the low tack tape if we've got any. But I don't think you need it.
I nicked it this morning. Right, so I think it'll work anyway. It'll probably stick like you know what.
I think it doesn't matter if there's texture on there. I mean, unless it was big and bumpy type of thing.
This is big and bumpy. This is big and bumpy.
I think the tool comes into play because you've got that edge to it.
Going into I'm working the letters, people.
Yeah.
Look, see, I'm actually going to write because I've got to go in over the grunge stuff.
Yes.
See what I'm saying, Paul?
Yeah.
I just wanted to try it, but I couldn't try it and then go, this worked.
Oh, it didn't work.
Oh, it didn't work. I have to, it's nothing like, it's a good job this isn't live.
No. There's nobody watching, so it doesn't matter, does it? There's only Grace in the room.
Right.
Oh, and Jane. Jane's in the room as well.
So I'm just trying it on a bit of real grungy, because if this works, Sam Crow might get some.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look. Let me just see. I can't. The worst bit is trying to get it. Hang on.
Find the edge of it.
Okay. I think. I'm happy.
Look at that.
I'm so happy.
I'm going to come in close.
Look at that. Sam Crow. Yes, orders are accepted.
Wow.
Check that out. So doesn't that look beautiful?
That is amazing.
And it's all come off.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what I will do. I'll just rub it. I'm using a bit of the scrap.
Yeah. Just
to make sure I can press it. I don't want to use my finger just in case I scratch. Mind you, you could do this on pottery. You can do this on glass.
Look at that.
Isn't that super?
You can't even see that it was a transfer.
Letraset at its best. That's what we used to try and achieve, wasn't it?
But you couldn't, because there would always be an outline.
Grace. This is waiting for you when you get home.
Oh.
She won't be long. Now, where's that other one with Mark and
Grace on there?
Right, okay. I've got to try a different one because this one's got glue on it.
Yeah.
And transfer gel and all sorts. Right, I keep taking bits off. I like photo transfer tricks. Right, let's try it. This time I'm going for, what are we going, white? Let's go white.
I think white. Okay, so we're sticking with the friendship.
Yep. And what about well, there's a pair of them, so I can't. Hugs and kisses. Friends Forever. No, it's got a box around it. Friends Forever. That one there.
Yeah.
Those two, because they are friends forever.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. Friends Forever. I find with Grace and Mark, right? They get, as they get older, they get closer.
Mm.
You know, as a brother and sister. I mean, they've always been tight. They've always been close. But I find that now, you know, that brothers and sisters, they do get into each other's hair sometimes, don't they?
Yeah.
Am I going white or black? What did I say I was doing? Black. Or did I want to go white?
You wanted to go white, didn't you?
I wanted to go white.
So carried away.
Okay, so this is going back in the...
Yeah, so we'll pop that on there.
All right, let me go white.
So at least...
For Friends Forever.
Yeah.
And this is why we need our...
little storage box.
Our storage box. And then I'll get out of the way and you can show us another trick because you're better at this than me. But that's not easy. That's not true.
It's not.
You've just done more of it than me.
Required.
No, there really isn't, is it?
No.
Just a couple of tricks.
As long as you just don't cut through your words or your sentiment.
Friends Forever. That looks so nice. So you can see what it's going to look like before you finish.
Yeah.
There you go. Before you even start. So it's the word friends that needs to be. I like that, don't you?
Yeah.
They are friends forever as well. Right, there you go. So then I'm gonna set that down, right? So like in answer to the question about do you need a groovy tab? No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm holding it there, but to be honest, I don't need to hold it.
I think once it's down,
once it's down, it gets a vacuum, doesn't it?
I think I found when I was using the lollipop stick that comes included,
yeah,
I found that when I was rubbing, if it went over the edge of the cutout,
yeah,
it would catch.
Did it?
Type thing. Whereas with the hockey stick, there's no catching because you've got that smooth surface.
Yeah, understood. So it's worth treating yourself to one of these.
I'd say so, yeah.
Let's have a look what we've got here. Because again, I'm working on canvas,
which has got
canvas board.
Automatic texture to it
yeah,
anyway,
which has automatically got texture. And then I've got gluey transfer residue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. I love doing this. This is like next level because it makes it look so professional.
Look at that. Oh. That looks as if it was imprinted into the design, doesn't it?
And the thing is, right, you couldn't look at that. Oh, look. Oh. You couldn't stamp that. You couldn't, if you put a sticker on it, it wouldn't have the same effect because you've got the red school jumpers. You lose the red school jumpers.
And the stamp would be uneven, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because especially such a fine
detail.
And
also, I've only got one of these and I've only got one of these. So if I spoil it, then I've spoilt it. Then enter the sticker.
Exactly. That's when the sticker comes in. But it wouldn't look the same.
No. Look. And then you go like that.
Clean their little faces again.
I could spend. There you go. Clean their little faces again, like you did in true. Look, isn't that gorgeous? That. There you go. So that's me out of the way.
Right. Okay. What we're going to go for
so
next?
It works on really grungy textured surfaces.
Yeah.
You just literally use the hockey stick and just follow the transfer. The rub-on.
Yeah.
And it works on really messy,
where it's got some
textured surfaces as well. Because you would normally read, it would say work on a smooth surface. And I'm saying, it depends. These are such good quality, aren't they?
I think they are. Well, I don't think that I know that they are because look at the results that I've ended up with by just playing with them.
Mm-hmm. So where do you want to go now?
Okay, where should we go now? Should we go to a printed poppet? Should we go for one of those over there?
These ones here?
Yeah.
So those are the four. Do you want to showcase those and then do your...
So we'll have a look on that. So these are our printed
I'll take these out of the way.
Okay.
I'll be your assistant.
Thank you. So this is the one that I put onto a piece of paper, so because of the lovely white writing. Then I just took the black. Let's come in a little bit closer.
Nice.
On that one.
I think it's well worth repeating what we're saying about working on the hard surface of a black mat.
Yeah, because if you work surface has got some texture to it, or is a little lumpy bumpy.
Yeah.
Because
lumpy
bumpy, because if you've got any resin,
lumpy bumpy
you don't want any lumpy bumpy surfaces. So let's have a look. See, I've got two here because they're so quick and easy to do.
I reckon I could be a presenter.
I reckon you could as well. So are we going to go Christmas?
Oh, why
Should
not?
we go
It's
Christmas?
only May after all.
Okay, right. So what I've done, I've taken, and all the companion papers that I've used is all from the Waimea Falls, and it complements from one book. Yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. Let me put my presenter hat on. You carry on.
So what I've done, I've cut my topper down to size, and then I've taken some lovely companion paper. I've picked a colour that would accompany the design on that one.
In true presenter interrupter style. And that's the book that we're going with, and the product code is 31668, as you were, Paul.
And it's lovely because there's so many different colours. It's just worked with everything. It really has. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to assemble the cards and then choose my sentiment.
Good thinking.
Okay. So our tape runners that we have on our website, really nice to use.
We're running out of them.
We are.
Just saying.
So
we are. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
We've had to take the multiple off because we can't.
Yeah.
Have we removed the multiples?
Multiples off. Yeah.
That's always a clear indicator that we're running low, folks.
So there we go. So we've got a lovely little poppet topper on there.
Where'd you get these poppet toppers from, Paul?
So these ones are from, this is from the Sprites, I think. It's either from the Sprites or the Festive Pixies. I think it's the Sprites.
Are they like A4 sheets that you chop
A4
up?
sheets that have, you've got 6 different designs in a pack.
Where are they? Are they?
They are.
Just tell me, I'll go and get them.
You may find some. If you go out to the blue bins just outside to the right, I had them on TV in the folders.
Okay.
Because I haven't unpacked from TV yet.
I think these are amazing. Haven't you? Slacking.
So lazy. Okay, so now I have my lovely little topper, but it just needs that finishing touch, doesn't it? So if I go for my Christmas sentiments,
the paper pockets, he took them on television.
So, do we want to go black? Do we want to go white? Or do we want to go gold? See, I quite like that effect of the I don't know.
Do you need help, Paul?
Say that again. It's choosing what one to go for. 'Tis the season, Merry Christmas, mistletoe kisses.
Where do you want to put it?
I think up there, do you reckon?
No.
Where do you reckon? Down there?
The bottom. What about one with a
peace and love?
Yeah.
Look at that.
The one-liner right down the bottom that she's standing on.
Right.
100%. While you're cutting that out, shall I show these?
Okay.
Okay, so these are these. Am I showing the right thing?
Yep, not those ones.
Not that one.
No, that's
this is it, isn't it?
You've got 5 different collections in there.
I just brought the 2 folders.
Yeah, they're all in there.
Have you got these? Because these are beautiful. Let me show you. So if I show you these, I just need to show you where. Go on, you carry on cutting out, Paul. Don't you worry about me. Right, you see, and that's where he's found these pieces.
So what I did on this printout here, you don't get this. This is just for us to
an example of all 6 of them.
6 characters.
So what you get in each packet here, you get 6 different of each character in full color. So you'll get 6 packs, 6 ones of these.
Yeah,
like
and you get them in black as well.
And you get them in black as well, ready for coloring in.
Yeah.
So you see how it comes. So these are absolutely marvelous, really. So you've got the Christmas ones.
Yeah.
You've got, and then there's a very thin grey line that you chop.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what gives you the toppers.
Yeah.
Right. So you've got 6 options in the colour.
Yeah.
And then you'll have 6 options in the, look, if I just take that one little poppet, what's really good about this is that when you have a look, it also, see, look, right, so now you get it in black and in like that. So you get 6 like that and 6 like that.
Yeah. And
you chop it up. But what's really good is there's a lot of white spaces as you're experiencing at the moment.
Yeah.
So that means that you've got plenty of room to put your rub-ons. And the other thing is, of course, that because they're rub-ons, they're translucent. So you can still, even if you go over the top of the, over the top of the star, it's not
it's not going to hide it,
is it?
No.
So there you go. I just wanted to show you those. They're on the website. I'm sure that Grace will show you
the
pocket poppet. And then these folders are pretty good.
Yeah, these are your groovy A4 folders. So what I'll do after the show, I'll pop all this stuff into the show page.
Good idea.
So that you can go back later if you want to. And then,
this is really me being a presenter.
So, but they really are, because you've got the 5 different collections. You've got the whimsy, you've got the flower, and the Christmas, which were the original 3. And then we've got the sprites and the pixies as well,
which are gorgeous. Ones with the big
shoes, and you've got Maeve, the one with attitude.
Yeah,
she's really. I don't think I used her, but really, really good.
Over to you, Virgil.
Okay, so we've got my little card topper. So there we go. So that's what we've done, and then we decided to go for. Where's that gone? It's hiding. I'll put it over there in a safe space. Then I'm going to remove the backing, like so. Then I can decide exactly where. Okay, I'm going to give this a go.
What's that?
I'm going to go with the low tack tape. Give it a go.
Why?
For positioning.
Oh,
so that I can. Let's get some low tack tape.
Do you want me to help you, Paul? I know.
Don't often use the low tack tape.
Let me just help you out there, dear.
Thanks.
Where'd you find this?
I mean, it's been in the sun. Let me grab another one. Oh, there's one with your lipstick.
There we are.
There we go.
This isn't any good.
That's been in the sun, I think.
It's been melted.
Okay.
With me lipstick. Giving all me trade secrets away.
Okay, so let's have a look. So if I take that,
it's all right once you get the first couple of layers off.
There we go. So let me come in really close. I don't know if it's the white.
Oh, I see. So you can see through it.
So you can see through it. So I can position it where I want it to be.
Okay, doke.
Yeah.
So good idea.
Might work, but it's better than using
it works now.
A groovy tab, especially on card.
Okie doke. And you're going to rub through that as well?
I'm going to rub through that as well.
Okay. Good idea, actually.
So
that's a good idea.
I think because you're cutting away so closely.
Yeah.
And if my fingers are quite chunky to hold in the small bits.
And like Pat said, obviously, if it's a little bit tight, you'd be better off cutting tighter because of the translucent. Look, it's so easy. Look at the screen, Paul. You can see exactly. Yeah.
So there we go. So and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to carefully lift that off.
It's coming off. Look.
Yep. So I'm going to hold that down just in case I've missed a bit.
Okay.
But you can see there. That's now. So I can use that low tack tape again and again.
Oh, Mr. Frugal.
And then I'm going to slowly reveal. Just in case I've missed a little bit there.
Okay.
It was lifting, but because this is being held here, because it's a larger area.
Got you. That piece needs a bit of work, I think.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
I can see from the colour, the whole piece bit. Maybe when you're actually burnishing through the. You do need to do the edges as well. I can see from the glitter.
From the angle.
I can see from the angle here. So if you're burnishing through the low tack tape, you need to go a bit heavier. Perfect. That's the one. Doesn't that look so beautiful, Paul?
And it doesn't. I'm going to come in on that camera so we can get the.
Look at that. I'm chuffed with these.
These are. They really are. I'd say. I mean, I could.
You never know. I mean, the golden rule here at Clarity is that we never sell anything until it's been in the building, decanted and checked. Okay. And so that's why it didn't happen on Friday when it was supposed to, because it hadn't come in.
No, and I said,
you are not. We're no way. We're going to risk it.
Yeah.
Even you could wing it, and then you could open up a load of
exactly.
Saucepans. It could be anything.
Exactly. So just because it says Clarity on the delivery, it doesn't mean that's what's in there.
No. So we've put these through their paces. I'm really chuffed with the quality.
I am as well.
We knew that it would be good.
Really is top notch. And for me, that the whole thing, because I remember the way in which rub-ons used to work, was that you saw the outline of it.
Yeah, like a halo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a see-through sticker, really,
yeah.
wasn't it?
And the quality wasn't there, but to have them in the black, the gold, and for me, the key is the white on parchment.
And also to have the script like this all done for you with Letraset, it was a real pain in the neck. And getting the lining right and getting them, you know, one letter out, the positioning. You had to be a proper graphic. You know.
I mean, it's okay for indexing A, B, C, D.
Yeah,
that was about it.
That was about it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So really chuffed with that. What else we got then?
Oh. Oh.
You silly son.
Okay, so we've got 2 more bits, really, haven't we? What do you reckon? You've got your lovely cards.
They're a piece of cake.
Yeah, we can show them. We haven't shown those yet.
Okay.
So
right, these are really nice. So remember when Jazz and I we did our leafy prints?
Yeah, the pinky grey.
This is real pinky grey, and it's just yeah. So we actually, the pinky grey stickers, the black stickers, are real classy on this.
They are as well.
Right, the pinky grey stickers, and also the new birthday and Christmas ones are lovely on this. But now what's really nice is, well, you'll see that what Paul's done, because I have to say, Paul, you did all these, he made just with scraps. So now he's put the gold or the white on the, look, it really looks fantastic, like proper deluxe, doesn't it? Look, you can see that.
It's as if they've been professionally made, isn't it?
Look at that. Thank you for everything. And it's just put onto a piece of blue
companion paper
in black. Doesn't that look sharp?
And then in the gold.
And then in gold
so it's the
as
same
well.
sentiment in the 3 different colorways. You've got gold, black, and white.
Doesn't that look beautiful? Look, so if you make to sell now, you know, if you're making to sell, then this takes that risk out of it. You know, it's just like perfect.
I think so, especially with the gold ones as well, because you even back in the day, a gold ink pad wasn't really gold, was it?
And also, one of the things, and you'll know this, if you'd gold embossed, you know, it always was fatter. The script was always fatter. You embossed it with an embossing pen, then you used thermographic powder. When you heat set the powder, it expanded. Whether you did it from underneath or on top, it used to get fat. It used to swell. It used to expand, didn't it?
It did. It used to
Let's get
swell and expand.
Right, let me just, I'll show you this one. Like, just a little thinking of you, pre-cut.
Okay.
Right, there's my little, so you could have these good to go.
You could.
You look at that, that's tight. That's, give it a bit more. I think I'll give it a little bit more, stop it. A bit more
space.
Blue. Yeah. Give us that hockey stick. Right. And then we'll just press that into place like so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so you could have these all good to go.
You could, if you were doing craft fairs.
That's what I mean. So you could have a little box of these. I mean, this is where the stickers, it's the same thing as the stickers, except you've got all the different matching colors now, right?
Yeah. So, for example, if you've got a piece of artwork that you're selling and someone says, oh, but I want it on a pink background or a blue background and stuff like that. If you've got all your little scraps.
Is it for a lady? Is it for a man? You know? See the changing? See it changing?
I wonder if we can come. I'm going to come in really close. See if I don't know whether the camera will pick up on it or not.
Whether it will pick up the.
Yes, you can see that how it's
see
going.
It changing.
Yeah.
As I press.
That's it. It's going from sort of a shiny black to a matte
black. See, I can see that. When you were doing that earlier, I could see exactly which bit wasn't ready yet.
Because you was looking from the angle. Yeah. Whereas with this, the black. And it depends on what it is you're rubbing onto.
Silly.
Whether you can see the changing colour. We're going to get taken off
good.
Grace hasn't told us off yet. She hasn't told us to behave.
No, she hasn't. No. I'm getting told off for spoiler alert on her book, talking about hemlock. Ding dong. There you go. Look, isn't that lovely?
That's really nice.
There you go. Make sure it's all stuck down.
Yeah.
Take your scissors or you trim it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just going to zoom out. There we go.
Sorry. Like that. And then you can either use a trimmer or a pair of scissors. There we are. And there's your little...
Nice.
Isn't that lovely?
Thinking of you. Yeah.
There you go. Thinking of you. And then you could put that on... There we are.
Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it?
That looks nice on there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Something matching like that. Doesn't that look good?
Yeah.
And then you can put the black edge around the edge and
yeah,
so on
just
if you
to
want
finish
to.
it off.
You know, or...
But that'd be nice in the white as well, wouldn't it? In the white fonts.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
That's it. We've run out of time.
You must need to go for a wee, aren't you?
No. I mean, we could try the birthday one. Do you want to try the happy birthday and show that?
Yeah, go on then.
Oh, what, me? All right then.
Okay, so we're going happy birthday.
Right, so I'm going to show you how to do the happy birthday. So let's say, for example, we've got a parchment one. Let's go back to, we started with the parchment and we'll end with the parchment.
Okay.
So we pan out a little bit. So here we go. We've got that lovely, that's one of mine,
that's
isn't it?
Your Reeves, isn't it?
Yes. So I've done the layout already.
Oh yeah,
let's say,
on there.
Right, I've got a kind of a layout.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to, let's just pretend I want to put that on there like so. So now I've got my, let's call it a template, haven't I?
Yes.
I've already made it so that I know where it's going to sit. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now you want me to do this in white, let's say.
Yeah.
Let's do it in white.
Okay.
So I'm going to use what I've got in the background there like that. And I'm going to decide where I want it to sit. I'm looking at the words.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's pop it there like so. I mean, this is quite nice. It goes like that. You can put it where you like, can't you?
Entwined reefs. That's what it is. It's just come to me.
It's amazing how it does that, Paul. Right, so we're going to use a low-tack tape.
Yeah.
To hold it in place.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use the low-tack tape to hold this in place over my template piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, now, before your very eyes, happy 21st birthday.
Okay.
So if we look at the actual, this bit
that
shows all the different numbers, then I can show what I'm going to do here.
Okay.
So let's say I've got this bit here.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to do is, this is me working out how to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut the whole happy birthday off from all the messages.
Right. Okay.
That's the first thing that I kind of established earlier on when I did this.
Yeah.
That's going back in my box. Now all I'm dealing with is this.
Yeah.
Now I need to decide. So I've already done the job, right? Now I need to decide, right, so I've done the outside. Now I'm going to sort out the happy.
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm going to put happy in place, I can pop that like so, yeah? And I'll just pop that there like that. I'm happy with that position.
Happy.
I'm happy with that happy.
And look at the drop shadow.
Yeah, that looks quite good. Right, let's just pop that there like so.
Yeah.
So I can, if I want to, I can just use the whole sheet.
Yeah.
Right? I just need to make sure that I'm leaning on the carrier sheet.
Yes, otherwise the words underneath will transfer.
Will start to transfer. My hot hands will probably transfer them. Do you think? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, they will definitely stick to the parchment.
So if I lift this off, let's see if I've got, no, it needs a little bit more. I thought it did. Need a little bit more attention. Right, so one letter at a time. Let's get happy sorted first.
Yeah.
Right. Now, let's try it again. Oh, no. But you see, by going in again and again,
yeah,
it's
because
working.
if you lifted it all up, it'd be very difficult to reposition.
Yeah.
There
oh, no, still got the Y missing. Cool, this is being a bit of a challenge.
I wonder whether it's because it's got something underneath it as opposed to being on a flat surface.
You might be right. But I've got my finally got my happy in place.
Happy that you got your happy.
Right, I've done me happy. You could be right.
I'm wondering
let's
whether...
leave that out of the way and let's see if that's a bit easier now. So I've done my happy. Now I'm going for my birthday. Right, so at that point, I'm going to isolate my birthday.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure. So what I'm saying is you can, if you want to, work on the whole sheet.
Yeah.
But I think it's better to separate it out.
I think so, because I think you possibly may have been worrying about leaning on it too much.
Exactly.
And therefore you're sort of concentrating on the leaning rather than the rubbing.
So, and because I've got a hot set, and it's about 90 degrees in this room, my nose is running like a tap. Right, so now I'm going to use my, let's see if this works better. So I'm just going with my birthday, and I've got my gap because I made my template. I'm a big believer in templates, especially on this kind of stuff. Right, so
I suppose if you've done it once and you're happy with what the result you've got,
exactly, you've got your outline, haven't you? You've got your map. Right, let's see if this is going to work. So let's have a look. Has it moved? No, it was the...
It was the one underneath that's moved.
Do you ever wish you'd stop while you were ahead? No, this is good. The thing about this is, it's such a... You can press as hard as you like. It's not going anywhere, is it? It's not going to snap like a lollipop stick.
No.
Is it? Right, let's see. I hold this because my hands are so hot and I'm working with parchment, Paul. Why did I offer to do this? Right, let's have a look. Oh, a little bit of that. It's all right. This is how it works. This is real, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look.
Look at that.
Fabulous.
That is just beautiful.
Happy birthday. Look, this has come off.
Yeah, that's because the low tax sweaty as well.
The heat. Right, so now I've got that. Now I want me 21st.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go in here now and I'm looking for me 20. Let's go 20. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm going to pop I'm leaving all these on here.
Yeah.
I think so.
It'd be quite tricky to cut out it's doable, but
I've left my gap and now I'm going to go for my, let's say my 21st or my 40th or my 88th or whatever. Right, so let's just pop that in there and I'm leaning on here.
Yeah.
And I'm just going with the little letter and I just need to make sure. See, if you do use the sheet like this, right, you got to make sure that it doesn't move. Like, see, this is moving. Right. I would say it's easier if you do it all in one piece, in sections. Do you know that? Right, but I think I've got me 20. I've got me 2. Yes.
There we go. It's a learning curve, isn't it? Because I mean, and
when you got these on Friday.
But what I mean is, to do it this way, we're doing it live on TV. When
my hands
you did
so
exactly
hot.
the same process on that black one as you're doing now.
Yes.
And there was no issues whatsoever, so to speak. But we know when you're talking and demonstrating and everybody's watching at home and the little bit of pressure and everything else.
And an increase in temperature by about 20 degrees in this room.
Yeah.
Right, happy 21.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go to the ordinals over here. Right, so we'll lift this over here. So all I'm saying is, if I'm going to do it like this, right, then I need to make sure that I lean on my
the carrier sheet.
Apart from anything else, it has to do with the heat as well.
Yeah.
So you haven't got your hot hands leaning on your parchment because parchment doesn't like heat, does it?
No.
Right. So I think that then the hockey stick is a blessing. There you are.
Okay.
So now I've done that. I've got that. I've used the cut. See, I've just used the ones that I wanted.
Yeah.
Right. The rest are all in place. Otherwise, you end up with these are all over the place. Yeah. That's the only reason why I thought I want to hold this in place, keep this in as one.
Yeah.
And then just fiddle with it a bit. This is definitely Letraset training, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, but then when you take that away like that, so I've got my happy 21st birthday
with
template.
Your parchment poppet.
I've got my happy 21st birthday in white. Doesn't that look glorious?
Put it on the pink because it's the black that's
So then we'll pop it on the pink. There we go. How nice does that look? And then when you come in, you can really see just how lovely that is.
Look at that.
Isn't that classy?
That is beautiful.
Do you know what I see? What we need now?
Yeah.
We need more rub-ons with all little embellishments and like hearts and flourishes, and don't we?
Yeah. I mean, I think one of my favourite ones for the front is the leafy swirl.
Oh, no.
I can just see that in the black.
Like that?
Yeah, exactly, like the black and the gold and the white.
This.
Yeah, that's always been one of my favourite stamps, that leafy swirl. And nice. I can just see it in frames.
How did I do that? A stencil and a jelly plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, but there we are then. So I just wanted to show how to get the happy birthday layup, do the template, and then position the letters as you need. And remember, you've got them in white, gold, and black
as well.
And that's the only one where I would say the birthdays and the Christmas. If you get your bundle, you've got the lot. Then if you want duplicates, birthday and Christmas, really, because you've got your numbers. I like the friendship as well. Yeah.
And then you've got the all occasions, but again, because
for all occasions.
I mean, in the all occasions, for all occasions, let's have a look. On the all occasions, you've got Happy New Home. You've got Deepest
Do you want to put
Sympathy.
It on here? Shall I try that one?
Try that one. Congratulations, have a lovely day, get well soon, Deepest Sympathy.
Yeah.
Have a celebration from my home to yours.
Congratulations, thinking of you in the box. Nice,
Happy
isn't it?
Easter.
So if you were to take this on a finishing note, you would put one in there.
I would put one in there.
Right, and what would you put in there? Just a little one there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, just in the
something
white.
Little. Is it a friend one? Let's finish on that note.
Let's finish on a friend. Okay.
Let's finish on a friend.
Let's have a look.
Then. Yeah. What about sending love? Whatever you've got, sending love is the birthday one.
You want birthday, or do you want best friend, or
just for you, or sending love? Make a wish. Make a wish.
Make a wish. Okay. So
or you're so lovely. Birthday. Sorry, I'm confusing you now.
Birthday. There's so many to choose from.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we go for? She's sort of making a wish to the little fish, isn't she?
Yeah.
Should we go for
She's saying lunch.
Lunch. Okay, make a wish.
You're doing it white, yeah.
I'm going to do it white.
I love white on parchment, don't you? Yeah. White and gold.
Yes.
That's it. And then we'll call it a day.
Okie dokie.
You do this one.
So I'll do this one then. I'm going to pop that one on there.
See how I got the tricky one?
You came up with the idea of doing it.
See how I got the tricky one there, folks?
And then, look at that. Hang on.
Get it in the right place, though, Paul.
Make a wish, I reckon.
Is that going to be nice? Yeah, I love it.
Look at that. Look.
Yeah. Go on then. Give it your best shot.
Best shot. Then we just take the hockey stick, swirl it around, just like so.
Quite delicate, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I'd rather use the hockey stick than the lollipop stick.
I would definitely, because I know it. Say last week when I was doing it, I kept catching the edge. See, like I've gone off the edge of the plastic, but it's not catching it.
Are you pressing hard?
I'm putting some pressure on because I've got a couple of layers of parchment.
Yeah, I think you should.
So let's have a look. And then.
Fantastic. Piece of cake. Isn't that lovely? Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful on that printed parchment?
Yeah.
Is that printed parchment?
That's printed. Yeah, that was a demo piece, and it's been embossed. Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
I think this was a Linda piece. I think.
Show that on the camera.
Yeah.
Because that is
really
the printed something.
I think Linda may have. This was. We went through all the demo boxes to try and find some pieces.
So look. So this is a coloured pre-printed parchment. Pop it.
Yeah. This is from the Flowers collection.
Right, and then if you feel it. White work's been applied from the back.
Yeah.
So that dress, the white has been accentuated.
Yes, with some white work on it.
Doesn't that look beautiful?
Yeah.
And now there is the glorious finishing touch.
It is. Make a wish.
Yeah, make a wish. There we are.
Look at that.
That is what our Pergamano company has been screaming out for.
Absolutely. And especially to have it, I think, in the black. Because I mean, I know you love when you're working with parchment, that lovely black line art effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
and then to have all these different sentiments in there on that.
And to be doing something as delicate and gorgeous as that, and then as arty and grungy as that.
Yeah, and you can go crisp and clean. So if you've got a load of toppers, if you've been doing Barb's 1, 2, 3 course, then all those lovely scenes you've been building, the landscapes,
and the little tags,
and the little tags. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean that whole collection. Yeah.
How much is it in the end?
So it's £29.95, but if you're a Diamond Club member, it's £25.46. That's £5 a pack.
And that's for all 5 sets?
That's for all 5 sets.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right, and on that happy note, we'll let you go shopping.
Yes. And so the rest of the week, so tomorrow Louise is back with you at 10 o'clock for Groovy Tuesday. And then we'll be back together at 2 o'clock, Louise and myself. It's a wrap. The lovely heart and the bells from Linda Williams.
Cool, this would work.
And the sentiment, Louise is going to incorporate these rub-on sentiments on there with the wedding collection and the anniversary.
Nice.
Then Wednesday at 1 o'clock, you've got your last 1, 2, 3.
Yep, the 1, 2, 3 course. That's if you like number 2, you'll love number 3.
Then Thursday evening, back in the shack at 7 p.m. with you're inking up your
we're inking up scenes, the wonderful W scene.
Yeah. And then Friday, I'm joined by Deborah Wheeler at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and she's got the lovely butterfly stamps and the dies. These would work perfectly on that as well.
Yeah,
well they're going to work perfectly on everything.
let's just enjoy them.
Absolutely.
While they're here.
So thank you very much to Gracie. I don't think there's anything else.
Thanks so much,
Lynn
Grace.
wants to know, could they work as temporary tattoos? I don't know. I haven't tried them yet. My arms are too hairy. They're not going to stick.
Come on then.
Come on then.
In the name of get a black
what do you want? Got black or gold?
I'll go black so we can see it.
Okay.
Should we go black?
Let's go black.
What are you going to put on me?
I'm not going to tell you. Where do you want it?
There.
On there. I'm going to let you rub it because if I rub too hard,
it would tickle.
It'll tickle. There we go.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know. I think it's
too soft.
I think we need a firm surface.
Press harder.
And also you can see this blood coming out in a minute.
Yeah. I think you need to press harder, Paul.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I can't press harder. I don't know.
I don't think, Lynn Muir, that is.
I think if you've got some nice muscles.
Oh, you keep rubbing, it'll work. I'll see you on Thursday.
Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll get Barb to put a picture up on Facebook. Send it to Grace.
I'd say no, Lynn.
No, unless you've got some muscles that's nice and firm.
Got a little bit.
Got a little bit. We've got a ooh.
No.
No. So there we go.
Bye.
Bye.
But it is temporary. It's permanent.